let me change this over. This is brand new with our new update. You talked about Grand Isle, you talked about how it's stronger and shifting east. And so this is new. We can even take this full screen so you can see it, but places like Grand Isle over to the mouth of the Mississippi River, 12 to 16 feet of storm surge now expected. So this is a very dangerous situation. So we're going to continue to watch that as this storm continues to approach other coastal areas. 8 to 12 feet expected. You can see down there one of the boxes is cut off due to our tracking IDA scroll. That says 8 to 12 feet of storm surge. So this has increased. It is getting worse. That's because the storm is getting stronger. Now a Category 4 hurricane. Newest update brought it to 140 miles an hour. Now expected to make landfall with winds of 145 miles an hour. Catastrophic storm here. Catastrophic damage is possible when you have sustained winds blowing at 145 miles an hour for at least a minute. Just that constant flow of wind right there. So that is extremely dangerous. If you are here, we've been saying it all morning. We've been saying it all day yesterday. But you have to hunker down now. You are out of time. We're already starting to see some of these bands wrap on in. Here's a look at our radar. You can see the eye there. This is a very strong and very organized storm. Look how quickly it's moving towards us as well. So we do expect landfall, the center of the storm, to make landfall this afternoon. But we're already feeling impacts here. Notice these bands wrapping on in, moving through the metro, even getting into the Lake Pontchartrain area, as well, of course, down in the coastal areas. In coastal Mississippi, starting to see a few of these downpours pop up as well. This is only the beginning. It's going to get worse from here. We will see much more rain, much more wind. Overall, this is our newest look at the GFS model when it comes to our precipitation forecast. They're saying over 11 inches of rain possible for much of us. Places like Hammond coming in at 13 inches of rain. It really depends on where the center of the storm moves, where those heaviest bands move through as well. And then when the storm moves north, we'll see some bands wrapping in behind it too. So all the way through Tuesday, we could see up to 13, 14, 15, even 16 inches of rain. Wind gusts, it's already breezy out there, getting windy. Notice by later on today, we can start to see wind gusts crank it up towards the 50 mile per hour range, getting into the 70 mile per hour range for coastal areas later on this morning. Boothville here coming in at 85 already by 9 a.m. That's why we say you're out of time now. You just have to shelter in place because it's going to get dicey from here. It's going to get worse. As this storm makes landfall, gusts up to 100 miles an hour possible for a lot of the coastal areas, and then as the storm moves inland, it will weaken, but it's not going to weaken fast enough. Notice that we still see gusts over 80 miles an hour for much of our area. That's coming in for places like the lakefront area, Lakefront Airport, over towards Kenner, Bellchase, Slidell, all the way down towards Grand Isle still, of course. This will continue to move north slowly, and therefore we still have to deal with these winds. Remember, this is now showing midnight tonight, coming midnight into Monday morning, and we still have gusts over 50 miles an hour in places. We've already seen a ton of rain. We will see more rain, and we will see those winds continue to pick up from here. I'm expecting a lot of trees to go down, a lot of power lines to go down. Still very gusty outside through tomorrow morning. Through this time tomorrow morning, it's still gusting to 40 to 50 miles an hour. Friday, so finally, Monday afternoon, starting to calm down a little bit. So we already have the bands coming on in, more on the way later on this morning. Then the storm will make landfall this afternoon, but you'll already see it much worse by the late morning hours, especially along the coastal areas as those really strong bands continue to wrap in. Then the eye comes ashore. Heavy rain pounds us for a long time. Now we're into Sunday night. Still raining across much of our area. Still raining into Monday morning. Still raining into Monday afternoon even for some of you. Notice how we do have the bands that loop back in behind this. So we'll still watch for rain all the way through Tuesday morning. Flash flood watch in effect through Tuesday morning. That goes into effect this morning, and then it will linger all the way to Tuesday morning because of all the rain that we are going to see. So a lot of us right now, hurricane warning, we're under a hurricane warning. No surprise there, guys. Major Category 4 hurricane to make landfall with sustained winds of 145 miles an hour. This is a very dangerous situation. Everyone who stayed put needs to be prepared.
You know, Lee, right now we're getting so many people coming